Here's something nobody tells you about skipping a meal. Your body doesn't panic. It doesn't start breaking down. It doesn't go into emergency survival mode the second your stomach growls. No, what actually happens is far more interesting and honestly kind of wild. When you stop feeding yourself long enough, your cells do something that sounds like science fiction. They start eating themselves, not in a horror movie way, in a genius biological engineering way. And once you understand what's really going on underneath the surface when you fast, you'll never look at hunger the same way again. Let's go back about 200,000 years. Your ancestors didn't have refrigerators. They didn't have gas stations selling protein bars at 2 a.m. There were long stretches, sometimes days, where food simply wasn't available. So the human body did what it always does. It adapted. It built a system, a biological cleanup protocol that activates during food scarcity, hunts down damaged and dysfunctional parts inside your cells, breaks them apart, and repurposes the materials into fresh energy and new cellular components. Scientists call it autophagy, from the Greek words meaning self-eating. And in 2016, a Japanese researcher named Yoshinori Osumi won the Nobel Prize in Physiology for proving it works. The key insight? Fasting isn't your body starving. It's your body switching modes, from building and storing to cleaning, repairing, and upgrading. Here's how it actually unfolds inside you, hour by hour. Hours 0 to 12. Nothing dramatic yet. Your body is still burning through glucose from your last meal. Insulin is dropping. Your liver is slowly draining its glycogen reserves. You're heading toward fat-burning territory, but autophagy hasn't shown up yet. Think of this as the body finishing its paperwork before the real work begins. Hour 12 to 16. This is where things start shifting. Insulin hits a low point. Two molecular signals, AMPK and sirtuins, switch on like a biological alarm clock. They're the signal that flips autophagy from dormant to active. Your cells start identifying the junk, misfolded proteins, worn-out enzymes, mitochondria that have stopped functioning properly. They tag it all, package it up into tiny membrane-wrapped containers, and send it to recycling. You probably won't feel this happening, but inside your cells, the cleanup crew has clocked in. Hour 16. Full activation. This is the sweet spot that millions of people practicing intermittent fasting are actually targeting, and for good reason. By now, autophagy is running at a meaningful rate across your tissues. Old cellular debris is being processed and converted back into usable fuel. Some people notice sharper mental focus around this mark. Others feel nothing. That's fine. The cleanup doesn't announce itself. It just works.
Now here's the part most people miss entirely, and it's the part that makes autophagy genuinely exciting beyond just burning fat. At the 24-hour mark, your body stops simply cleaning up and starts doing something much more targeted. It begins retiring old immune cells, white blood cells that have become sluggish and less effective over time, and replacing them with new ones, fresh, faster, more responsive. Your immune system is literally getting younger, not metaphorically, biologically. And at 36 hours, growth hormone surges. Some studies show up to 5 times higher than baseline. This is the hormone responsible for protecting muscle mass during fasting, accelerating tissue repair, and playing a documented role in slowing certain markers of biological aging. At this point, you're not just cleaning the house, you're renovating the foundation. This is why researchers studying longevity, cancer prevention, and neurodegenerative diseases keep coming back to fasting as a variable worth investigating. The mechanisms are real, measurable, and increasingly well documented. There's an important distinction that gets lost in the enthusiasm around fasting, and it matters. Fasting and starvation are not the same thing. They don't even activate the same biological responses. Strategic fasting is controlled and intentional. You choose a window, your body activates repair mode, it burns fat, recycles cellular debris, and comes out the other side functioning better than before. The process is intelligent. Your body stays calm because it understands this is temporary. Starvation is the opposite. When the body has no food for too long with no end in sight, cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes. The brain sends emergency signals. Muscle tissue gets broken down for fuel. The immune system weakens. the entire system shifts from optimization to survival. The difference isn't just philosophical, it's chemical, and knowing where that line sits, which is different for every person, is what separates therapeutic fasting from something harmful. The general guidance from research: for most healthy adults, 16 to 36 hours is the productive window for autophagy. Beyond that, without medical supervision or significant fasting experience, the risk-to-benefit ratio shifts unfavorably fast. One more thing worth clearing up. Fasting isn't the only door into autophagy. It's the most direct one, but there are others. High-intensity interval training burns through glycogen quickly and creates a metabolic environment similar to fasting. A 20-minute sprint session can nudge autophagy in ways a light walk simply can't. Cold and heat exposure, ice baths, saunas, cold showers, trigger heat shock proteins and cellular stress responses that overlap with autophagy pathways, not identical but related. Certain plant compounds like the EGCG in green tea, curcumin in turmeric, and resveratrol activate AMPK, the same molecular switch that fasting triggers. These aren't magic pills, but they're not nothing either. Quality sleep is when your brain's glymphatic system runs its own version of cellular cleanup. Deep, uninterrupted sleep is autophagy adjacent in ways science is still mapping out. Getting 6 hours a night and wondering why you feel foggy is a cellular maintenance problem as much as it is a sleep problem. The broader point: autophagy isn't a one-time event you unlock with a brutal fast. It's a rhythm your body wants to run on regularly. Daily 16/8 windows, occasional 24-hour fasts, consistent exercise, good sleep, these stack together into a lifestyle that keeps the cellular cleanup running without you having to white-knuckle through days of hunger. Here's what I want you to walk away with. Every single time you finish a meal and choose not to immediately reach for the next snack, every time you push through a few extra hours without eating, your body isn't suffering. It's shifting gears. It's activating systems that have been refined over hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution, specifically to keep you alive, sharp, and functional. You're not starving yourself. You're giving your cells room to do their most important work. The hunger you feel isn't your body breaking down, it's the sound of renovation. And the version of you that exists on the other side of that window, cleaner proteins, better mitochondria, a refreshed immune system, that version has been inside you all along. You just have to stop eating long enough to let it out.